Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to Railroad Corporation. Today we're going to be building an empire that spans across the entire United States, or at least the central U.S. here, to build America on some heavy steel. We're going to provide some coal and iron ore from nearby cities over here to Barnstable Town, all the way up to Cincinnati, and make America a wonderful, prosperous nation. It is 1832, and we've got a lot of cities around here that you might recognize from around the U.S. And without further ado, let's get started. If you guys want to see more of this, make sure you go ahead and show your support here today. If you love games like Railroad Tycoon, like I do, or Transport Fever, this is certainly a game for you. This is much more simplified as it has multiplayer. I know. It's really cool. Not a lot of games out there are multiplayer, especially when it comes to building train empires. So we finally have a game that is. So we're going to try to connect as many of these small towns and cities together to provide all the goods needed in order to grow our great train empire. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get our first train rolling, and let's go ahead and see how much money we can make. We got train number 1 here that we're going to send up to the station at New Orleans, and we're going to go ahead and try to pick up 2 coal and then drop it off here at the Louisville site. So that way we can make a little bit of cash while we make the rest of our railroad to where we're supposed to, eventually at Barnstable Town, and then eventually all the way up to Cincinnati. So let's get started. We do need to finish a few things for our goals, and we need to do so in a quick amount of time. As you see on the left side, we've got to build an R&D department, deliver iron ore, deliver coal, and then do so within a certain time limit in order to get an extra bonus. And I like bonuses, so we better do it as soon as possible. I'm going to go ahead and have this train deliver back and forth there all the coal that's needed to Louisville, so we can make some money from just delivering coal. Meanwhile, we're going to build another train line over here, so that way we can start delivering it to Barnstable. And actually, I'm going to try to make that turn a little less. Let's go ahead and undo that one. Let's try to make it a little less aggressive of a turn. There we go. Something like this might be a little better. I think this is 30 kilometers per hour, but in the United States, we use miles per hour. So we're going to just try to make this as long as straight as possible, so that way we can connect at a high speed. There we go. All right, very good. So now we've got our first train line to the Barnstable setup connected. We're going to buy another train then. As you know, we are going to use some older trains, as they're not as powerful, but we are able to select exactly what they pick up. So we can only haul 2 cars of coal at the start here, and that's because the trains are a little underpowered, and we need to research more technology to make faster, more powerful trains that can go further. So train 2 is on its way now. Beautiful art style. Love the graphics and everything. The buildings look good. I like the animations of coal cars coming out of the mine there, of the coal mine, so they can go pick up what they need. And the trains look good. The music is nice. It's everything you would expect from a train simulator game or a management game such as this. So T2 is going to head up here to this station and then go back this way. In this game, we're not building stations. We're not even really doing anything with signals or siding. We're just building lines directly there. And it seems to actually make it more complicated, and the AI kind of gets goofed up if you build like 2 lines, for example, because we can only have 1 train going into the train station. We can't build like a multi-platform station for whatever reason. So at least our first delivery of coal is going to be taking place here very soon. And so T2 is rolling out now already to the Barnstable Town drop-off point, and we should be making some good money from that. Meanwhile, T1 is coming back to New Orleans to pick up some more coal, so we should be able to make money from that. And so long as we don't deliver it too fast, it'll be okay. Let's make sure T1 is picking up more than 1. Yes. Okay, it is. Good. So now we're going to try to do some more connections in order to make some more money as quickly and efficiently as possible. It looks like this town also, Bowling Green, requires logs. And it looks like this town requires lumber too. So we might be able to deliver some goods up there. There's a lot of stuff nearby Bowling Green that we can deliver in order to bring in some money, but we don't really have a lot of capital to start with. If we were to connect all these up, it would probably cost us well over $100,000, and we don't want to go bankrupt just yet. So let these trains roll on. Once we get some coal delivery going, that'll be good, but we also need some iron ore, and it seems the best way to make that might be to go up to Winchester, where we can build across the bridge, or the river, so we can get to Cincinnati. So that might bring in a little bit more material for us while having to only build minimal trains. And it won't block the same route because, as I mentioned, we can't really build siding, and so that's a problem because we can't have our trains bypass each other, and that becomes a real issue soon enough. Let's go ahead and build a road over this way, and that should be the end of our train line there. So this one will be ready to go to Cincinnati when we have to deliver it. It's no question about it, with the goal being called hot steel for Cincinnati. That's where we're going to be delivering it. So we'll go ahead and have another train line going over this direction, so we can try to hopefully start delivering some iron ore without too much of a problem. Let's go ahead and undo that one there. Let's try to make a little tighter turn, but not too tight. These trains, by the way, are only capable of going about 30 kilometers an hour, or 30 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and we'll try to make as long of a straight line as we can so the trains don't have to slow down. But that's exactly what we'll want to do. Alright, we're in debt a little bit now. Uh-oh, Raptor, what are you going to do? Yes, we've encountered ourselves a little bit of an overdraft fee. So as soon as we get out of debt, we'll be able to buy another train, and it'll make its way over there. Luckily, we'll be able to do that with our trains delivering coal. So T1 and T2 should be able to make up for all the low money that we've got. We need at least 14,000 to buy another train. But our debt will compact, so the more and more we go into debt, the harder it is to get out. So you really want to be cautious. It's not too bad going into debt. It's not the end of the world. But considering that we do have a limited time on this mission, we do want to go as soon as possible. So let's go ahead and buy ourselves another train. And we're also being told to buy another... we want to build a repair station, it seems. Or buy a repair station for our train. So we'll do that in a moment. Let's just go ahead and set this train now. Which I thought we purchased. Did I not buy a train? Looks like I didn't click on it yet. Yes, we do want to buy that train. So T3 is going to go up here and pick up I can only haul one iron ore, because iron ore is very, very heavy. So we're going to go ahead and deliver one there. And we should be able to do that now. This mission is very tricky, by the way, because more and more trains just means more and more debt, because these trains are so slow and can barely haul anything. We want to kind of take it easy. So T3 will go to this station, then flip around and get back to where it's supposed to over there at Winchester. So Winchester will be delivering the iron ore there. I did that so that way Casa Grande didn't block on this side. Otherwise, it would have been our other choice. And you can see that the trains are programmed to stay far away from each other, even though we haven't put down any sort of signal or anything like that. So there's always going to be an inefficiency that we need to be cautious about. If we go $50,000 into debt, that's when it's GG and we've been defeated. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. And I think we need to upgrade this for 3,000. So let's go ahead and complete the other goals that we were told to do. Let's build a repair shop right away so our trains can be repaired. And that way they will have maintenance performed on them, so that way we don't break down on the rails, which is a big problem. Alright, we also need to start doing some research, so we should get cracking on that. We need a little bit more money to start that, though. So let's take a look at our objectives. Repair shop has been completed. Coal delivery 4 out of 5 has been completed. We've got one more to go there. And then it looks like our first iron ore delivery has been completed too. Alright, well we definitely need to get some technology going in order to make some more money. So let's go ahead and start by... First we need to upgrade our HQ for 10,000. And then we need to buy another section of the building, so 5,000. So we need about $15,000 in the bank in order to really do what we're supposed to do here. I'm trying to make as much money as possible at Louisville. We do get a really good amount of money from Louisville. It's about 6,000 each time. So now we've got enough to buy that extra building that we needed. So upgrade the building and install the research center. Excellent. Now we can start doing research. And the first thing I want to do right away is the pulling mass of trains. That will allow us to pull more iron ore. Actually, maybe we should go with reliability or fuel consumption. Power affects the locomotive acceleration time. That might be important. Let's go with that one first. And we'll put all of our scientists to work on that one. It'll only take 24 days to work on. So we'll wait for that research to be done. That'll allow the trains to haul things a little faster then, as they have a faster acceleration, so they'll get up to speed and keep rolling. So that'll help out. The next thing we want to research probably is going to have to be more powerful trains, so we can deliver that iron ore faster. We do need to deliver more iron ore, so that's going to have to be our next research task. We need to deliver 10 iron ore in total, and we may as well start building our railroad up to Cincinnati too, because no matter what, we're going to have to build that thing. So let's see, 3,000. Looks like this is going to cost us about, to build that, 26,000. Alright, we'll go into debt a little bit again just to complete that, so that way we can start delivering things as soon as possible. T3 is still rolling, good. And I think our first set of research maybe it was completed. Good. Let's go ahead and go for pulling mass next. And yes, indeed, we're going to research that. We're going to unlock that. We can hover in debt a little bit. It's not too bad. We do need to get these objectives done as soon as possible. As you can see, we're down to just a couple of days. Just under 2 years now to complete the delivery of steel up to the location in Cincinnati. Okay, and we're making tons of good cash now. And as soon as this is as soon as the research for the faster trains, or rather the more powerful trains, is complete, we can then haul 2 at a time rather than 1, and that'll allow us to complete that iron ore delivery much faster. Our first delivery of the coal is complete, but we're going to keep delivering coal for extra cash in the meantime. Good, that train is delivering. Every time that delivers there, that's about 6,000, so that's good. Alright, money's coming in nicely. We're going to also have to complete a total of 5 research projects, too. So we need to do 3 more after this next one is done. Ah, interesting. Barnstable Town now requires lumber. They are requesting lumber. That's cool. Although we have nothing really nearby, we got to stay solely focused on our goal. I believe this game also has a sandbox mode, but it is finally fun that you can play with and against friends and building your own train empire. I find that to be really exciting. The fact that you can compete with people now. Alright, our research is at 92%, so we just need to go a little further. And we got it done. At least that research will be done, and then we can haul more goods. Unfortunately, I think we're only able to haul 1 iron ore at a time, so we might need to double down on those lines and see what we can do to get around those other trains. Well, we are making some good money. Essentially, staying out of debt is a good thing. I would like to go way more in debt, but you just get absolutely pulled down into Hades if you go into debt too much, because then it compounds and the percentage is just death. There's no way you can get out of it. So spending a little bit of time on doing the basics is not a bad plan. Alright, has the research been completed? It's hard to tell sometimes. It has been, okay. So let's select T3. And now T3 can actually pick up 2 iron ore. So now we can pick up the pace and deliver it twice as fast. And it's almost done with that goal anyway. It's at 9 out of 10. So I think we'll want to buy another train to haul all that iron ore back. Or rather the steel. So let's buy another train. And let's have it go from, let's see, the city of Barnstable up to Cincinnati. It'll unlock as soon as the last delivery is complete. So T3 is going to drop off 1 more train. Car full. Oh, did I not click apply on that one? I may have mistakenly not clicked that. But that's okay. Let's quickly assign this train to deliver 1 and 1. And then let's have this train pick up and drop off. I may have not clicked apply. That happens sometimes. I suppose you can overlook things. Okay, now it'll deliver 2. And that'll bring in even more money for us. And good. Alright, let's start. I love the shade. There's cell shading, it looks like, on some of the trains. Some of the art looks really nice. It's a really relaxing game. And that's why I mentioned Railroad Tycoon 3 and like games like Transport Fever and stuff. These all have different feels and styles to them. And I really appreciate that because there's so many different things that you can do in a game. Let's start research on maximum speed of the train. And let's go ahead and put half the scientists on that one. And then let's do better fuel consumption, so that way they're more, I guess we could get more money because we're saving money. So let's actually slow that one down a little bit. Put some more scientists on that one. See if we can get them a little closer together here. Okay, so 2 more research will be done. We'll just have 1 more to do after that. And has our first delivery of steel started? Not yet. Alright, our trains are going to start breaking down. Yep, there we go. We see our first breakdown there, and that's going to kill us in the money. So we are researching reliability, so that'll help us. A train sitting on the tracks is no good. Alright, T4 is coming down now to pick up the iron. Or the steel. And he is not picking up... Oh wait, that's T3. Yes, he is picking up the steel. There it is. Beautiful. Excellent. Alright, we've got a few days to do this now. 350 days remaining. So less than a year. And we've got all of our research done except for 1. So let's try to go for yet another research. Let's increase reliability. That was the one that we were looking for. Let's get that done one. That one wants to go right away. That needs to go in there right away. Alright, 2 out of 5 deliveries completed. We should be able to do this. The loading time is a little long. We should be able to buy something for that if we buy the filling station speed up. Coal warehouse fuel at the station will be 10% cheaper. Let's see. Filling fuel filling at the station is faster. Let's go with that one. And let's also go with... Actually, I don't care about cheaper. I just want fast. Go fast now. Our objective requires fast speed. Okay, we are at 4 out of 5 on research, and we're at 3 out of 5 on steel, with 305 days remaining. We've produced quite a bit of steel. We could buy another train, but... Oh, looks like the overdraft. Oh, we're being charged for overdraft, yep. So yeah, there you go. You can see everything compounding down on top of us. Just waiting for one more set of research to be complete. And that'll be done. How are we doing up here at Louisville? Uh-oh, 19 out of 20 coal. They're not going to require much more coal then. Train breakdown, not good. Reliability research was complete though, so now our engineering success is complete. So really just 2 more steel deliveries and we're good. As long as we don't go completely bankrupt. Which probably won't happen. Consider that we were solely focused on steel production. Except for the one area where I needed to use that on the side to get some coal. A little extra cash. T4 is on its way back. T3 coming across. And good, we're down to just a few $1,000 in debt. Few $100 in debt. And we should be good now. The train... What is it doing? What? What happened? T3 is just sitting here. Are you kidding me? This game... Oh my goodness. This train broke down here, so it's affecting this train's functionality at the station. That is ridiculous. So this train that broke down all the way on the other side of the line, it's not blocked here. So there's no way for me to block the tracks. If I build a secondary side track, it's just gonna... Everything's breaking down now and just blocking the lanes. So this is ridiculous. It's coming down to just dealing with the game's gimmick right now. So I can't build signals, so even if a train broke down over here, it's going to affect the station on this side. Nothing I can do with that. It's 15 seconds remaining. We've got, let's see, 205 days remaining to deliver the last thing. The train broke down there, blocking T4 from making its final delivery. Oof. That's rough. Yes, so if I make multiple tracks, again, we can't make multiple platforms, so even if a train broke down on the other side of this station and I had 150 lines, it all comes down to that one line being blocked. There we go, mission success. Excellent. And we completed everything. Very, very good. Alright, let's go into our next mission. I like the game so far. There's a few, quirks and things to it, but not too bad. Let's go into our next mission and see what it's all about then. Here we go. Interesting little perks that we can get with our experience. Good thing we got all that experience, because now we're able to choose different things, like financier, upkeep of locomotives is reduced. Money is going to be a big problem in this game, a thing that we want to focus on, so we might want to start going down this way. Like, for example, upkeep of locomotives. Locomotives cost less. Let's see. So this all seems to be about profit and such. Passenger transportation, mail delivery, that kind of thing. Let's see, HR recruiters, so we can get better employees and such, so we can actually do a little cost-saving measurements on a lot of stuff. Research starting price is less, track laying cost is less. Probably going for one of each of these would be good. We have only $17.50 in our bank account right now. Or, well, we're gonna go down here and try a couple of basics. Let's go with maybe track laying costs a little less. That might be good, and soil works too. Looks like we won't be able to do that one. There we go. Alright, now we got $6.50 remaining. So employee salary is less 10%. That's good. Alright, let's go on to our next mission then. I think we made some good choices here. Alright, welcome back. We are ready to go now at Knoxville. We're going to be working our way around the same area again, but doing different goals this time. Now we've got to hire some staff, buy a textile factory, and then get even more money faster than before. So where is a textile mill? It says purchase textile factory, so we need to find where exactly that is. It says it's in Nashville and Atlanta. So Nashville way on the other side of the map, and Atlanta just far south of us. So either way, we either got to go across the mountain range or over here to this section. Now this requires cotton or sheep farm, so we'll have to find out exactly where that is now. I see coal around here. Ah, here we are. Cotton down there. A cotton field. Oh, that's probably going to be best to work down in Atlanta then. We can directly deliver that. So that might be the better way to go, except for I think Nashville will probably provide us with a lot more goods and such that we can eventually get. It looks like they demand clothing. So the textile... We do need to do research each time to unlock that. Okay, so that train is rolling out. Money is coming in. Good. Now we have coal that possibly we could supply Murphy. Although supplying a town is probably going to be a lot slower. But we need some money coming in. So let's do Cleveland, Ohio next. And let's try to build another train line here. I want to build some double tracks if I can. Unfortunately, everything has to come into one station, which is obnoxious. But we can build lines next to each other. So we can have more lines running back and forth. It looks like this is a good spot to cross right here. No, that's not good. Can I undo one of those? And let's resume. Well, that'll be fine. Perfect, so now we got a line running from Cleveland directly for logs. So let's get another train going. So the other goals are to set up a department in the office, purchase the Textile Factory. That's going to require some cash. So we better get ready on that one. Man, these trains are not very good. Let's go ahead and add some stations now. So let's grab some logs from here. So we can grab 3 again and deliver. Okay, so now we got 2 trains running. I think we could get some more coal, too, from Murphy, but that might be a little too close. These 2 are just good enough. Also, we could bring some to Chattanooga. Oh, looks like logs can be brought there, too. Okay, might be a good idea to have some trains run that way. Good thing we have these separated with them going so slow. Okay, let's do some research. We probably should get ready with a research... Oh, good. Look at that. We actually have HR and... Oh, we got to upgrade then. $10,000 out the window for that. Let's do research first. Way more important to do research than HR. At the moment, anyway. Okay, let's go to research. And I would like to... Oh, actually, the research does carry over. That's very important, then. Let's go for top speed, then. That's really awesome. Didn't know that. Alright, let's maximize the research there. Good, so we got some of the bigger research out of the way, which means our trains are more powerful. That's really cool. That is not something I expected to see. Okay, our trains are dropping off and picking up cargo. And reloading and rearming and refueling and everything else they gotta do. And it looks like a train here now rolling out. Look at that art style. I really like the art style here. And you can see logs being cut, being pulled in, and doing so. Oh, you can actually see they cut it down from the forest, pull it in with one of these. Oh, look at that. That doesn't seem like the way they actually logged. I don't think they built a thing just to pull them down. they definitely would cut them at the base and then put them into the sawmill. But still cool. They're only doing logging there. The sawmill is inside town. So where does that go? Maybe this big building here? That's a clothes factory. Okay. So we can bring the clothes back here. So if we buy the textile mill, we can supply it. So we got a clothes factory there at our starting position. So if we buy cotton, or rather if we buy the textile mill there, supply it with cotton from, for example, Fort Payne, I think it'll be better to go down this way. We've already got some lines going down this way. So going down to Newman and to Atlanta and Calhoun and a few other places might be a better bet for us. And I think we should probably get another train going, bringing in supply. If I buy multiple trains, they're just not going fast enough. Luckily, we got our research cooking. Let's go ahead and speed up time. Let's see if we can get some more money. I'm kind of nervous about this one. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this one as easily. I'm going to need to build another train line, and that's going to cost some more cash. Because I definitely need to get coal. And this town eventually will grow, so we'll get some more requirements done. So 3,000 per each log and 2,000 per each coal. That's good. So grain, coal, logs, and then passengers too. So let's provide another supply here. But also we're doing our research. So let's do another one. Aging or all locomotive power plus 3. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be a good one. Let's actually put a lot into that one. And then we can get the John Bull locomotive. But I think we need to... Oh, yeah. That'll be a much better locomotive for us. Alright, let's go with that. And then we could probably put the John Bull on some other sort of cargo. So actually, maybe we should stop here and wait to get some more trains, because we can save up for the John Bull instead. So let's just focus on research for a little bit while we make some money on the side. Some good old dollars. Oh, I see. Clothes plus... leather. Oh, I see. Textile plus leather equals clothes. Okay, so we need to provide both. So we should have textile coming in from the other side of the map, and then leather is just delivered from a regular old farm. So if we provide grain here, we can get leather too. So leather from here, and then also cotton from here. So leather and well, cotton will have to go up here to Nashville, but then we can bring textile back, leather back. And then boom, we got it. Now, if we work faster, we get an experience bonus of 1,000. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that the second time, but we'll see. It's certainly worth playing again, though. Okay. We got to research that new train. All right, let's get the John Bull. All right, with 10 scientists on it, it'll only take a month. Perfect. We'll come back here. I think this might only affect this train, though. So good thing we didn't unlock all the things for it. But I'm glad we got the maximum speed for the meantime. And it looks like John Bull's pulling mass will be plus 12 if we get that. Ooh, that is huge. Alright, we should probably go with this new train then. We'll save up all of our money for the new train. And then they'll be able to pull in more logs. Let's see exactly what we're providing here. Barely enough to cause a dent in the town. Although we could put one of these older trains down here at the coal mill. Or the coal mine. Alright, let's add another line here. I think we should go across right here. Alright, Knoxville demands meat now. Because we've grown it big enough. Okay, good. So now we can get one of these or two of these trains onto that line and get John Bull working elsewhere. And John Bull is almost done. Then we can start on unlocking more pulling power for him so we can have more pulling mass but also power. Although I don't want to do any more research at the moment. Let's try to buy one of those trains though. So what should we have John Bull do? Maybe logs? Or grain. Grain seems to be pulled in the fastest. So let's buy another train. John Bull is, whoo, 23,000. That's an expensive. And this is what I'm saying about the biggest problem in this game is even if I upgrade the station, I'm not able to make additional platforms, which really slows everything down that a train has to sit there. I haven't found out exactly how to extend upon that. Well, let's take out that one. Bank is going to warn us. Alright, let's slow down time. Okay, so we want John Bull doing this one, so let's go have him. He can pick up 4. And probably is faster. Okay, so let's have our current T1. He's going to have to finish that job, but we'll send him over to the coal mine next. There we go. And he can drop that off next, and we'll get him sorted out as soon as we see T1 come back. And then John Bull can start running grain back and forth, which seems to be not hitting its maximum fast as the wood is. Eventually we'll have to switch that wood. And luckily we can go through Cleveland over to Chattanooga, where we can get meat and leather from delivering grain. So we're already pretty much set up there and ready to go. Okay. I don't know why it has to wait for T2 like that. If you are in front of the station, just go. I cannot make the station bigger. Alright, T1, where are you going? So T1 is heading to Murphy now. We don't need to go back to Cookeville. And we don't need to worry about that. So now it's the dedicated coal train from Murphy to... I don't know actually why it still has that other... Why do you still have that grain car? You left that thing. Alright, let's have T1 drop off any extra grain that it's got. There we go. Oh, come on, John Bull should have the right of way. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we'll do this until we have a good amount of income. Now that we've got multiple trains going out, we can focus on research again. Get John Bull to pull some more. There we go. Alright, 10 researchers are on that. 84 days to complete. Very good. So I'm sure there's more maps and regions like that. So this is kind of nice that they let you start with different goals and yet in the same map, so you can become familiar with it. So you might know what works or what's around you. Getting your bearings is, I suppose, half the battle here. Uh-oh, train unreliable. Alright, John Bull is just knocking it out of the park. Should probably have John bring some of that, actually, I misspoke. This is actually a log camp there, so we can actually bring that down to Calhoun and or Fort Wayne, or Fort Payne for the cotton. But we could have John Bull actually bring meat over to Nashville, so that'd be good. After bringing grain to Chattanooga. So let's bring that down there. Let's get to Chattanooga. So we can build from this station down to Chattanooga. Just want to watch the terrain to make sure we don't have any big mountains. And soil extraction is about as much as the rails. Crazy. But making a beeline is the most important thing you can do. Okay, good. Okay, let's have John here. Where's Big John? T3, there we are. Alright, John, we're going to have you go from there now. And also, he should have a bigger towing capacity now. Yes, perfect. And then we're going to knock Knoxville off the line as soon as he's on his way back. Good. And we're going to start going to here instead, Chattanooga. Excellent. Okay, so that's going to make us more money, and also we'll be able to start making some leather from that. Good job. Alright, let's get the research going. Oh, wait, that's the train we wanted, isn't it? Yes. Let's get his maximum speed up. I think doing one research at a time is good. Oh, we're actually starting to get real affordable now. And we'll go for pulling mass next again. Very quick to research this stuff with all of our scientists on. It's more expensive, but of course if we complete some of these goals we'll be better off. Okay, so John Bull must have delivered some grain already. Yes, he is. Oh, he's actually delivering it to the town. If I could change that to deliver it to... There we go. I can deliver it to the farm instead. And instead of it growing the city, it'll actually grow the... farm. So there is a difference. Perfect. Yeah, we want the farm going. So that way we can get some leather in anticipation of making clothing. Alright, lots of money coming in now. Lots of maintenance problems on these damn trains. Alright, let's get the repair shop going. Let's upgrade that facility. Let's go with the repair shop. And then let's also go over here and get our HR office done. Okay, good. Hire 3 employees to the office. Okay, now that we got some money, we can do that. How do I hire 3 employees? HR department. I don't know exactly how that works. I'm not sure exactly how to hire more employees, actually. Click on the main building. Expanded HR department. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Let's see. Industrial real estate. Purchase the textile factory. Okay, so have 3 employees to your office. Make sure you have at least 3 employees to your office. Not sure exactly how to hire more. Do I increase the level again, maybe? Maybe that'll allow me to hire more people. Actually not sure how to do that. Alright. Yeah, our trains are becoming increasingly unreliable. We're going to need to replace them with some John Bulls. So that way we can deliver more and deliver it faster. So let's get T2. Let's go ahead and scrap that. And T1, let's scrap that too. You boys are done. Okay, let's get some better trains here. The John Bull is probably our best. So let's go ahead and they're just too unreliable, even if I brought them closer to home. So let's buy another train. Another John Bull. And let's go ahead and pick up coal from here. How are we doing on coal? 5 out of 20? Okay. Probably going to want to go for wood instead then. So we can all 4 or 5. And we'll go ahead and deliver that. Alright, and if we can get a smaller train of some sort to go down to Murphy. But those trains that we had weren't really good to begin with. Even with the reliability upgrade. Not that great. Okay, let's go for some upgrades for these trains. Let's go for speed, or rather power. And then we'll go for speed next. Okay, so now we got to start connecting things across the line. So essentially what we need to do next is buy the Textile Factory. So how do we go about purchasing that? Buy for 46,000. Okay. So before we start buying that, we better start supplying that. So let's go ahead and go to Fort Payne. We'll get across here and start delivering cotton over to Fort Payne. From Fort Payne over to Nashville. Fort Payne seems to be the closest cotton supplier right now. Okay. So how are we doing on leather now? 11 out of 20. Good. So we'll need to start transporting some of that out of here. And we could actually have John Bull swing through here and deliver meat over to that city. Just trying to make money off of each type of cargo we can. Okay, so now that we got that connected, we can probably deliver this over this way. Actually, cotton and leather can both come from Chattanooga. So that's good. We'll build a line over this way then. Pretty flat land. Not bad. Railroad is occupied by a train? Okay. Speed up time then. Well, of course it's occupied by a train. It's a railroad. Maybe if he goes in here, it'll disappear. There we go. Okay, good. So now we've got our line from Chattanooga over to the other side. So now we can build a train that delivers strictly leather and cotton. Although this only requires cotton. But we could have a train come back here and pick up the... Oh, actually, we could have a train... I wonder if we could have a train deliver textiles from here, and then we could have one train delivering it back. Alright, that might be interesting. Alright, I'm probably not going to finish this in the time required, but that's okay. I also can't figure out how to hire staff. Not sure about that. But we'll figure that out. Oh, wait, right here. Labor exchange. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I see. You get bonuses for hiring these people. Let's see. Construction costs. Employees office. Oh, employee salary minus 50. Go girl. Save us some money. Let's see. I guess we'll go with all these people. Construction of bridges is less. Construction of rails and tunnels is less. Alright, let's go with these guys. Okay, so now we get some extra bonuses. That was good. We're going to continue to build our rails, so we're fine with this. Alright, so Fort Payne needs to deliver... We need a train for Fort Wayne. Payne, sorry. John Bull. Buy another one of these bad boys. So you're going to go pick up cotton. And you're going to go drop off cotton. And then, he should be able to pick up textiles and drop them off. I wonder if he can drop off textiles even though they're not required here as like a transfer station. I'm not sure if they can actually do that. Which would be helpful, because rather than taking it direct, it'd be nice to take it on the side. But regardless, we'll have leather here. So we can actually have a train come on this line and pick up the fabric, and then come back here and pick up the cotton, or rather the leather, and then we got everything. So now all we gotta do is buy the Textile Factory as soon as we got cash, and create a line over here to deliver clothes, because that's gonna be worth big money. Because these people don't really... Oh, they actually do require clothes. But over here is where they make the clothes. So then we're gonna need another train line going over this way. Oh my goodness. And just trains are gonna get bogged down now. We're gonna have so many lines. So let's see, we've got a train bringing cotton here to make textile. So then we need a train to pick up textile. Well, we better do some more research with John Bull then. Alright, I need some more pull-in capacity. Yeah, give me all those researchers. Okay, let's buy another train. Actually, I could do that up here. Okay, so let's buy another John Bull. And I would like to go pick up 4 of that. Oh, it's already overloaded, okay. So we should probably do 2 trains of this. That's probably going to create a lot. And then I want you to come back over here. And with all those, I want you to deliver everything. So it should be 2 and 3. Okay, hopefully that works the way I think it will. Essentially, I've asked it to go over here and pick up the textile. Then come over here and pick up the leather. So leather and textile should both be on the train. And then drop it off, all of it, over at Knoxville. Now, these trains are going to be super inefficient because this is kind of how they work. I'm going to have to make multiple lines, but you've seen how they can't really pass each other. I can't build signals or anything like that. And now we've got one... Why is this train here? Because the other one was offloading, that's why. Okay. So let's build some maintenance bays for some of these trains. Repair shops are going to be very important for some of these trains. They haven't had maintenance for a while. We've got one at Knoxville and we've got one at Chattanooga. So that should cover all of our train maintenance. T5 is pulling into the station. That's huge. I wonder if I can build a line that goes across this way. For the Nashville... Well, the Nashville train needs to go back to Chattanooga in order to pick up the leather anyway. Which I believe was the... Is that the T6? Which is here? Yep, T6 is picking up the... Oh, he's waiting for the cotton to be... Or rather, the cotton to be made into textile. Good. And then we just... Only other thing we need to do is purchase the Textile Factory, so we just need enough cash for it. And I'm sure there'll be a second part to the mission. Yeah, this is where the ridiculousness comes in. This train can't proceed because this train is blocking it. but it's on the other side of the station, or this train's blocking it because of maintenance. Logic would dictate if this train is broken down, then just proceed. But there's, again, no ability for me to make signals or anything like that. I wish there was. But there's nothing I can do in order to build sidings that are reliable or anything like that. At least, look at that, it is hauling leather, so that's good. Very good to see that. And T6 now sitting around waiting for nothing. These trains should be able to go. Is that line broken? No, the line seems connected. Oh, now he's moving because the other train is out of its breakdown status or whatever. Oh, geez. Frustration upon annoyance. Well, let's try to build a rail line that goes on the side. Now that we got some employees, we can at least lower our costs. Much easier, I'd say, than the first mission, and much more interesting. Now that we can do this. This says it collides with another structure. Which structure? There we go. Doesn't seem to be anything in the way at all. Unfortunately, it seems the best thing we can do is just make a second line. That's all we can do. And then it has to come down to one. I can't add the additional platforms. I'm so triggered by that. I wish I could. That's why they were made, so they could be more efficient. And we can get breakdowns out of the way. I'm going to try to make more lines. At least we're making a lot of money. I do have enough to buy the textile mill now. And I think we are making enough to go back to Knoxville and actually make money with. And I think we have some clothing here. If we have clothes, then we know we did it right. Yep, 2 out of 40. Beautiful. So now we can transport the clothes all the way back. So when T6 comes back, does T6 go directly to Nashville? Okay, so then when it's in Knoxville, it can pick up clothes. So we'll have it like pick up 3 or something. And then I should be able to make a line that goes this way. So it can bypass that line. So since it's going directly from Knoxville to Nashville, we'll make a bypass lane here to bypass that entire junction. And there's traffic's getting kind of hot down there, so let's make it this way. There we go. Sorry, building, had to move you out of the way. Alright, now let's buy that textile mill as requested. And I'm sure there'll be more to the mission, like deliver 50 clothes or something like that. That's how it always goes. There's the textile. Oh, it actually went up in price. If we buy that, we're going to be pretty close to bankruptcy, so I don't want to do that yet. I guess I should have bought it before I started delivering stuff. So much for me trying to be mindful. Alright, luckily we are making quite a bit of money off our deliveries. I don't know if we have a do we have a Cleveland train coming through? This train should bring in some good cash for us. T6, loaded with the all the textile and leather. Beautiful. Now we got enough to build the buy the textile mill. Very good, and that's another objective complete, right? Alright, and then we just need to deliver 10 clothes, which we were already doing anyway. So technically, I guess it should give us maybe like 2 out of... Well, actually, wait, this train should come back and pick that up, right? If the T6 is waiting. So it should be able to make 4. Okay. So pick up and then drop off at Nashville. 4. Okay. Well, that should be safe and sound. So essentially we've won. Now we just need time to go by. I don't know if 91 days will be enough. We need to deliver 10, so it should be like 2.5 loads or something on that. But we are going into bankruptcy pretty quickly until the train actually figures its way back to station. There's so many holdups and hiccups, though. It's kind of obnoxious that like one train that's broken down just outside of a station will cause an entire line to come to a stop. See, T6 and T4 are not moving. Why? Alright, we're going to go bankrupt now. because of this. We'll drop down below 50,000 and go bankrupt. It's one of the frustrating things about this game. I have tried all other aspects of creating signals and creating multiple rails, but that's just the way it is. So John Wick is dead. It's all over, boys. But a mission we should have completed if there were more options to it. So to the developers, I think this is in early access. There's got to be other ways for trains to bypass each other. Again, I don't see any way to do that. So if we go to a load mission, unfortunately, there just doesn't seem to be any way to do that. So because of the hang-up there, where two trains were stuck inside of a station in Knoxville, we weren't able to really complete that. But we did all of our other objectives. It just comes down to trains actually being able to be trains and bypass each other and have multiple stations to go to. And again, even if you update the station, just a little tricky. But yeah, you can see we've at least got everything up and running. So that's good. So anyway, you can always go back and play it again and figure it out. But not too big of a problem. I don't mind it too much. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't upgrade the station and have more tracks. Well, I guess you can if you upgrade it even more. However, I will say that it's a problem no matter what. If you upgrade it to level 3, that's when you get the siding track. But the problem remains where if a train breaks down on the other side of it, it comes down to one track, you see? So even though we have 2 lines here, it only counts as 1 on some of these sides. So again, just because it comes down to 1 track right there, if it broke down on the other side, it does block the track. So that's kind of annoying. But anyway, I appreciate everyone being here for our first look at Railroad Corporation. I would like some more options then to, build sidings and things like that to make trains rely on block signals and things. That more control would be better, because just laying up a second road, the trains aren't smart enough sometimes to bypass each other, but at least they're smarter than most. So anyway, if you guys like this one and want to see more, make sure you click or tap that like button. I pretty much have this mission beat because I'll play it again and again until the clothes are delivered on time. But anyway, appreciate your time. Thank you very much for you watching and being all positive and happy and helpful down below in the comments section. Thanks for saying hi, by the way, and being here. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are awesome. So make sure you thumbs up all those comments down below that say glory to Raptoria, and get those ones all the way up to the top. So I appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. I like this game. It's pretty good. It's nice to play within the parameters of limitations sometimes and do something new. I like it. Bye.